Bonjour, I am Professor Arceneaux. I am in Lafayette, Louisiana, doing a project. It's actually, inshallah, going to be a book on the history of Cajun radio. How do I define Cajun radio for my project? By that, I mean radio stations in southern Louisiana and maybe a little bit of Texas that broadcast in Louisiana French, or that used to broadcast in Louisiana French, or that still broadcast in French, or that play a lot of Cajun music or have specialty Cajun shows, or maybe shows devoted to Zydeco, studying these radio stations. Anyway, this video I'm going to show you is about KMRC, which is located in Morgan City, to visit the guy who runs KMRC. His name is JJ Starbuck. He claims an all swamp pop format. Swamp pop is music from the 50s and 60s associated with Louisiana. It's from here. Has some Cajun or some Creole influence, maybe a little bit singing in French. Anyway, I thought it was very unusual that there was a swamp pop station devoted to this. It's, I think, called the jukebox. I think that's what they call this kind of radio station. There's a computer loaded up with songs. It plays them on some sort of a programmed list or something like that. Local ads are inserted into the mix. There is live programming from the guy who runs it. His name is JJ Starbuck. He does live programming from 3 to 6 every day. Okay, so anyway, so I make arrangements to meet JJ Starbuck at Morgan City, and he suggested we meet at this place called Coon Seafood. Okay, keep that in mind. Some things to know for people who aren't from Louisiana. Boudin is a very spicy kind of sausage, very big, with Cajuns. It's kind of a soft sausage. It's pork and rice in a casing. It usually squirts out. I think Boudin is only pork, but other people have different opinions. That's going to be important in this video. And then also, you should know, if you're not familiar with Southern Louisiana, the term coon ass, and I'm saying that for academic purposes. The term coon ass can be considered a slur, can be considered an insult. It's the kind of thing where if you're in the club, you can use it, tell some coon ass jokes, something like that. But if someone's not in the club and they refer to you as that coon ass, that could be an insult. So the term coon ass has sort of a problematic history. And I know that partially because I found this letter from, I'm going to pull it up, from 1985. I found it on another research visit here, written by none other than Pete Bergeron, who did longtime French announcing on, longtime French announcing on KRVS. Anyway, he writes this letter to someone in September 1985. Recently, while attending the Cajun Day festivities in Church Point and visiting your booth, we found that you are planning to make and sell an emblem depicting a derogatory appellation, that of a coon showing its rectum. And they're telling this gentleman, we respectfully request that you do not manufacture and market this emblem. 300 years of discrimination is enough for any people. Great letter written there by Pete Bergeron. Okay, so now you know what KMRC is, where it is. I'm meeting JJ Starbuck at Coon Seafood. You know what Boudin is, and now you know the a little bit about the background of the term coon ass.
San Diego State.
That's what I told you? San Diego State? Okay,
So you produce a channel, a stream, whatever, mainly, or it seems largely for streaming, but there is an AM signal and an FM signal. I couldn't pick it up on the AM when I was coming in.
The lightning hit the tower and I'm waiting on a circuit board to come in from China.
So wait a minute, this is your seafood place?
Yes.
And he does sales for me too.
And then you do Boudin? Or
me and him do Boudin together.
Boudin.
Oh, the seafood is just you. The Boudin.
Yeah, we have Coon Seafood, and then they have Coon Seafood, Boudin, and Spice Company.
Look, I know.
It's two different companies.
Okay. Yeah. Say that again?
It's two different companies. Coon Seafood, which is this. And then we have Coon Seafood, Boudin, and Spice Company. That's
what he does here is
spices and everything like that.
You can order some boiled crabs to go home. You can buy live crabs, boiled shrimp, all that.
I know. I just met you. I talked to you once on the phone. You know, my parents are Cajun, but I grew up Air Force brat, so I moved all over the place. The use of this word coon ass, some people don't like it. I'm not saying either way.
No, so you're right. You're correct. Because
the ones that don't like it don't understand the heritage.
Can you tell him that story when somebody wanted to do a story on you? They said you couldn't use your name. You know it better than me.
Oh, when was that?
Was it a place in Lafayette that wanted to do something on your story?
They was talking about the crawfish prices. One of the news people said that they can't use coon ass on their radio station because it was against the law for the FCC regulations or something like that.
Which is
But
not the truth.
my child uses the words coon-ass seafood in school. It took a minute for them to understand that her parents owned coon-ass seafood. We own copyrights to this logo.
Coon-ass. So say that again, because I think the sound wrong. Your kid got in trouble for saying that?
Not in trouble. But was told she couldn't say it until they realized her parents actually, it was the name of a business.
This woman did a study of French language radio stations in 1959 out of LSU. Wow. She was an LSU graduate student. And it's got lists of stations and DJs, some of the names. Dudley LeBlanc was big. Alden Saunier was out of Crowley.
Yeah.
And Floyd Swallow's in there too. Bill Platt. Anyway, so I was looked at her list of stations, and we're trying to see how many of these are still doing anything French, anything Cajun, even Zydeco today, and not too many of them. The call letter showed up. There was a station, KMRC.
Right. We may use you can try our regular boudin, and we have an alligator boudin too.
That's a regular and alligator, and it is hot.
So you got to try it before you leave.
I've never had gator boudin.
I think we're the only ones that actually. You want to take pictures? You can take pictures of my labels.
Oh,
with alligator boudin. But your blood boudin was pig blood. Well, now because of USDA regulations, you can't use it. You can't use pig blood. Just like our hog head cheese, you can't use pig brains no more.
How's the alligator boudin?
That's it right there. But now crawfish boudin.
How popular is the alligator boudin? You just started it.
I would think it's we got 8 flavors. I'd put it at number 3.
Number 1 is just the regular.
Yeah, and crawfish is right behind that.
Crawfish is right behind that.
Yep. And then we have one with jalapeno boudin, and that's kind of running neck with the top 2. It's
so when did you start
and this is right behind.
When did you start Swamp Dog?
Oh Lord, I took it over 8 years ago from a partner of mine. Well, a buddy of mine that lives in New Orleans, and he wasn't coming down. I told him I'll run it on the one condition: when you sell it to me. And 3 or so years.
This alligator boudin is good.
See,
I was skeptical. I was thinking. I was like, this is a novelty.
Right.
Something to sell to tourists.
We have
it's
we have
good.
a seafood boudin that has crab ball in it, crawfish, shrimp, and catfish.
That's good.
So I bought it about a little over 3 years ago. So it's just me. We'll talk about him just a little bit later. And Lala's grocery store, located right there, LA1 in Laverdeville, open 7 days a week till 8 p.m. And I just brought some fresh stuff over there from Coon-ass Boudin Spice Company today. So we'll run by Lala's and get you some stuff. Professor Arceneaux from San Diego came down to visit with me today. Brought him over to Coon-ass Seafood, showed him the operations also. Coon-ass Seafood, Boudin Spice Company. And we let him try the regular boudin. He loved it. Victor, my partner, made him also a link of alligator. He was kind of skeptical at first. When he took his first bite, he said, "Oh my goodness, this is amazing." So there you go. We've got people starting to love it. All you have to do is go try it, and trust me, you are going to enjoy it. All right, Mr. Arceneaux, Professor Arceneaux, I'm sorry about the Mr. thing, Professor, because look, I'll never get to that level. Professor Arceneaux from San Diego, thank you very much for coming in. We're going to do some Rod Bernard for you, and after that, some Jamie Bash roll.